What I do have in here is a checklist for the freedom journey. If you want to go for it, go for it. I never thought, I'm 40, I never thought that life could be so incredible and so amazing. And it is. And there's no agenda and there's no faking out, because you know what, I can't fake out God. I get it. He's right there. So it's not for the lighthearted, but it is good and it's well worth it. Think of it as going along this journey in baby steps, in short sprints, and then take a rest. Like right now I'm on a rest. I need to be on a rest after my dad died, and a week and a half later my cousin died, and there were 2 arrests in my family. It was nuts. But here's the checklist really quick. What I would love for you to do is keep the end in mind. What do you want to be free of? Again, is it depression? Is it anxiety? Is it the thought that you're not lovable? Comparison? Who knows? What is it? Number 2, ask yourself what you value. One of my favorite personal quotes is, when my values are clear, my decisions are easy. If I value a sense of freedom, like today, I didn't want to be late. I really wanted coffee. I didn't even drink that. I really wanted coffee. And I go, no, but I value being on time better, more. So then out of that place, I made choices. Okay, that's a part of where freedom comes from. Another thing I want to say to you is choose the right travel companions. Who's going to support you? And sometimes no one will, because as you begin to change and shift, the people who are used to you operating in that certain dynamic, they don't like that. The rules have changed. Who are you? What are you doing? Choose the right travel companions, and that might be your best friend, it might be someone at church, a women's support group. It could be, I'm in Al-Anon, people, and I am not ashamed to say I'm in Al-Anon. We have addiction all over my family, and I found Al-Anon 2 years ago. That's a part of my right travel companion group. And then lastly, commit to yes. Commit to yes to lifting those chains and being free. It's a big deal. It's a lot of work, but I want you to know that God is in the business of baby steps. And not only spiritually, I also want to say to you, business-wise, there's that thing called the compound effect, right? Doing one small thing, taking one small step, and then you take one next small step, and your goal is to have personal or spiritual freedom, or freedom from whatever. You take those one little step, and you take the next little step, and the compound effect, and before you know it, you're there. Or you're not at A anymore, now you're at B, right? Guys, I'm not making this up. I'm reliving this right now for myself, with lots of loss in my life. Lots of loss. What I want to end with, I don't want to forget this. I was coming up for air in December. I went down for these criminal hearings and whatnot in California, and again, an arrest happened the day after my father died, so I had to pray through, and I knew God would show me where I needed to go. But do I go for a service, or do I go to the other family where they too just lost, and they lost more, even though it's their choices? And by the way, I can't change anything. I can't fix anything. Thank God I'm not that codependent anymore. But God, where do you have me? Well, he had me going to California, so I had been to California twice in December. Finally, the sentencings were over, and I locked myself in my friend's room for 2 days and just cried it out, slept it out, what have you. And I went running, and I just told the Lord, I go, God, I am discouraged. I'm discouraged, I'm disappointed, really disappointed in the church and friends and family. We're headed into a new year, pal, and I don't know where we're going. Because every year, the Lord and I, in the last 5 years, he downloads, and and I'm listening, and then I figure out what the vision for the year is, and then I literally write out my goals, and then we do vision boards, which I'd love to tell you guys about at the retreat. And then we're on course. That's how my plan is for the year. But I had nothing. I said, Lord, my family's shaky, everything. So I'm running, and I'm telling him, and I'm running, and the tears are starting to come. And I look down, and I see this thing, and I stop. And I pick it up. And just like he dialed us up, he's showing us he's in the know. I pick this up, and do you know it says, be strong and courageous. Do not be terrified. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. True story. as I'm just saying what, when, how, why I'm discouraged heading into the new year. This is what I started my year with. The truth, the knowledge, the reality, the hope of the God who sees all things, the God who knows all things, the God who is intimately acquainted with me and with you and with you and with everybody out there. And boy, it's already been a ride, and it's only been a month and a half. Right? But anyway, that's part of the hope of the journey from fear to freedom. I'm so honored that I got to share so freely and openly with you. I hope that you were inspired to challenge yourself in the knowledge and the greatness of the Lord and what He has for you in your own freedom journey. It's Kim Crumpler of Uniquely Savvy. Thank you.
Thank you.